What up guys, it's Reefer here, back with another episode, and I wanted to bring you a very informational video, albeit long, but very, very informational video on a few common facts on vaporizing and go into a bit of a discussion about it. I noticed there's quite a few frequently asked questions on my previous vaporizing videos, and I really thought I'd make a video on top of that for any questions that I can answer, and of course for you guys to post down below if you have any more questions. So, essentially a vaporizer is a device used for cannabis that will heat up cannabis to the point where the cannabinoids can be evaporated in mist, but without combusting the actual material. And this is very beneficial for your respiratory system. Instead of raising carbon monoxide levels and inhaling that smoke, you're only inhaling the essential cannabinoids and the aromatic compounds that you need from cannabis. And it was actually shown in a clinical study that vaporizers can increase the blood THC levels comparable to that of smoking a joint, but without raising those carbon monoxide levels in your lungs. And of course, what's the proper temperature to vape at? Well, I found my information on vapenow.com, and I'll post a link down below on that site so you can get the information yourself. But the lowest temperature to vaporize at is about 130 Fahrenheit. This is the normal temperature that you'd want to decarb cannabis into a tincture or a butter extract for edibles. And this way the cannabinoids can start to leach out over time into that substance to absorb the molecules. The minimal temperature is about 260 Fahrenheit, which activates the aromatic molecules, and I'll get to more of that in a bit of a common question. And you should vape up to 392 Fahrenheit. I usually vape with my DaVinci at 375, and it's a really good temperature. Of course, it's up to you on how warm you want your vape, and if you do want to combust a bit, that's basically up to you. Now, there's a large variety of different elements found in vaporizers, and of course, the prices can vary, and you really need to work on what budget you have and what kind of lifestyle you live and what's going to be best for you. Now, there's tabletop versions, which of course sit on your tabletop. They plug into your wall and they don't move. And there's portable ones, such as the DaVinci that's heating up right now. And there's also the new pen vaporizers, such as the Cloudpore Cloud Tank M3, and I'll post a link right here for the video review. So, the common elements found in vaporizers are ceramic, such as what you can find with the herb iron. They're also found in Vapor Brothers, Vapor Daddy, and as you can see, it has a ceramic core tip, which can heat up to about 3,000 Fahrenheit without exhuming any dangerous fumes. It's very quick to heat up, and it is pretty accurate, and it produces a very, very clean taste. Now, there is this kind of vaporizer, but it's more like an electric lighter. But I'll show you that you can vaporize with these, and I do have another video about that. But there's quite a learning curve to try and get it. And the taste you're probably going to get is, it kind of tastes like burnt buttery popcorn. Really depends on your strain, but that's what most people will say it tastes like. It's very good. It's a very, very efficient way of using a vaporizer, such as the tabletop versions, or using a one like this. I don't think I've seen a portable vaporizer with the ceramic oven heating element. I'm not too sure. The PAX might have one. If you have a PAX, post a comment down below on how you enjoy it. Let's see. And there's also aluminum vaporizers. Now, you've seen warnings that don't use aluminum when you're smoking, but it's been rest assured that producers such as Volcano make sure that their materials do not get up to the temperature where aluminum can melt, and it's unsure that aluminum is linked to Alzheimer's, but it's aluminum ovens such as the one found in here. If you can see, it's kind of a shiny thing in there, but it's very accurate. It's very precise to getting up to those temperatures and changing temperatures. I'll take a vape from this. Now, coughing is very common when you're using a vaporizer because it gets to a very hot temperature. But don't worry, it's not the same kind of coughing like you're coughing your fucking brains out from a big ass bong rip. It's different. So, like I said, for a few examples of aluminum oven vaporizers are the Da Vinci, let's see, and the Volcano. And the Volcano it's a beautiful device. It's very expensive, but you're paying for the quality of the product. They make sure that there's no problems with the board, that all the electronics within inside are very accurate, and they're not close enough to the heating element where they're going to melt down, and they make sure that there's no solder near that heating element so that it melts down, and that would cause a lot of problems. And one thing that I did a few years ago was buy a shitty vaporizer. If you see this, do not purchase it. A top vapor. I thought, without doing my research, don't worry, there's nothing in here. Without doing my research, I went out and picked up a vaporizer. This one has an aluminum core. It had an aluminum core heating element, but it was shitty. It was shitty. And look at the price I paid on it. You can't see that's $349.99. Yeah, that was a shitty vaporizer. So let's see. The other kind of heating elements are glass. Now they pretty much have the same properties as ceramic, but you know, there's only one on the market that I know of that has an all-glass heating element, which is the Vapolution. I've never used one. I haven't talked to anybody that has one, so I'm not too sure. If you have one, post information down below on how you like it. And the other type of glass vaporizers are the ones that you usually heat up manually using, you know, like a blowtorch or a lighter. And essentially like this, you heat it up manually with your lighter. Now, like I said before, with the ceramic way, there is a bit of a learning curve. It can be very efficient and it's very cheap, but it has the bad rep that it looks like a crack pipe. And it's not good to use in public. And of course, the new ones that are coming onto the market are the Vaporizing Pins. Let's see. You can see my previous videos. I've done a review on the Vapor Cone Elite. This is the original Atmos Raw vaporizer, which is actually a rebranded Chinese version, and the price change is incredible. How much the American markup is, it's just incredible to rip off. And the Cloud Tank M3. Now, within these kind of vaporizers, there is a nichrome or canthal heating element, and through that is sent a specific voltage. They're usually reading at about 1.5 to 2 ohms to heat up the element to do its job. But I should be very, very clear that vaporizing pens do not vaporize herb. They combust it. It's still not efficient to where it can properly heat it up to where it can evaporate the THC, but it's still too close to the element, and you combust it like this. That's smoke. That's combustion. But while this does a very good job at, it is like an e-pipe. It's a great device. This one. Now, over the few years of the evolution of the e-pen, they've gotten from shitty to a little better to pretty awesome. This is a great device for an e-pen. Actually, I'll take another hit. Now, with the vaporizing pens, they combust the herb, but if you're using concentrates such as oils, extracts, keef, it will actually vaporize the THC. Since you only have the THC, the essential cannabinoids present, and it has an immediate contact with heat, it will immediately vaporize those cannabinoids, and there is no plant material for it to combust. And of course, I think I might have missed it, but this is the important topic. But do vaporizers create a smell? Yes. They all do. No matter what. When you're heating up cannabis, it is very, very finicky towards temperature. Like I said before, at about 260, that's when most of the aromatic compounds, such as the terpenoids and the flavonoids, are being released. Now, if your vaporizer isn't producing some sort of smell, then it probably isn't working properly, or it's not turned on. Simple as that. But when you're exhaling, of course, using an actual vaporizer versus combustion, the smell from the vaporizer will definitely be reduced versus combustion. Since when you are combusting, you are igniting the whole plant material. You're setting it fire. So you are releasing every single cannabinoid and terpenoid and aromatic compound, versus vaporizing when you're only getting essentially what you want, and you can discard the herb later. I hope this cleared up a whole bunch of misconceptions about vaporizers, and especially vaporizer pens. Ones to stay away from, ones to pick up, such as the Da Vinci. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Alright, have a great day, guys. Peace. Stay medicated, stay educated.